Booster set prediction once again for Cardfight Vanguard, this time on Clan Collection 3 and 4. So like always, I'm going to be predicting the most likely cards in this set, as V is a bunch of remakes and it's easy to predict most of them nowadays, as most of them already have been remade. And it's also technically a wish list of reversed units I do want to see, because this is a what if scenario set with a reverse theme, and that will go along with 5 and 6 kind of, as we are the year of the reverse. So let's get started. But before I start making predictions on the cards themselves, I'm going to predict that most of these new cards are going to be archetype related. And what I mean by that, like Revengers. As reverse units were first introduced at the Link Joker era, where that era they also introduced the idea of archetypes. So I do see this as a more archetype heavy set. And speaking of Link Joker era, I think this is going to be a set where most of the cards are going to be everything from Link Joker era and before in the original series. So anything that happened after the Link Joker era will most likely not be in the set. Just my opinion. And another prediction is that I believe half of the set is going to end up being reverse units, and yes, I do mean 3 and 4, and then the summer set of 5 and 6 will be another half of reverse units, because every clan is going to get a reverse unit, which is weird for Gear Chronicle's case. But anyway, I see most of the reverse units being what if scenarios. But in that, let's begin. So let's get started with Royal Paladin, which was already revealed being Jewel Light Salmone. If this is not the reverse unit set for Royal Paladin, then the next one's probably going to give us Ashley Reverse. But anyway, most likely cards I see are Lilia and Shelly, as those are famous Jewel Knight units and there's not really much left. And Jesme. To continue off, Oracle Think Tank. It never had a reverse unit, and the character that did play Oracle Think Tank changed to Genesis, so essentially no one was playing OTT at the time. But the most likely units I would see for a reverse unit at the time would be either Amaterasu or Tsukiyomi. I don't really see any other unit. And then for Shadow Paladin, we got the reveal of Raging Fall Dragon Reverse, which is Raging Form Dragon Reverse. But there's really no more Revenger unit to remake other than a Blaster Dark Revenger. You know, because we got Blaster Blade Seeker, so you might just. And if we do get Blaster Dark Revenger, please make it count as Blaster Dark, only for your Revenger deck. You know, so you could at least synergize it with Mordred. But anyway, continue to Gold Paladin, we got Azel Scissors. We'll probably get an Azel Reverse in the next set. Supporting units, I would say Badamanius and Tor, along with White Lion, as that's pretty much the only Azel support at the time. And yet they still haven't been remade yet. For Angel Feathers, if they're going to go for a reverse unit, it will of course have to be Ramiel Reverse, as we just got Ramiel in the last set as well. And considering that they're focusing more on Celestials for this one, we could get Serial, Hecestial, Danielle, and Nariel. If they don't want to choose a reverse unit yet, there is still Sam Style. And then for Genesis, well, we got the what if Himiko Reverse. I can't really think of any more Genesis unit after that, because most of the famous Genesis unit at the time has already been remade. And now we go to Dragon Empire, starting off with Kagero of course. We got 2 reverse units in Kagero, so not much to think about this one. We got Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth, it counts as a reverse unit. A support card can be Eternal Bringer Griffin, but can't really think much for Overlord the Rebirth. And we also have Dauntless Domination Dragon Reverse, which a support unit could be Domination Drive Dragon. And then we go to Nubatama. Nubatama is a little difficult. Nubatama was not even playable until the 13th set, and it was introduced at the first set. And the only units I could really think of for a reverse unit is either Kajikimi Kongo, or they could go Magatsu Storm. Magatsu Storm was originally Murakumo, but it got reintroduced as Nubatama. So there is at least those options. And then we go to Tachikaze. For a non-reverse unit, I would choose Tyranno Legend. But for a reverse unit, like I said before, a Tyranno Legend, Spinel Driver, or Dark Rex if they want to go that route. And then for Murakumo, well, we got Hayaki Rogue Reverse. We got the base form introduced in V, so no reason why not to make that. Unless if they want to make a non-reverse unit, well, we got Mandala Lord, or another version of Hayaki Rogue. And then for Narukami, for reverse unit, simple. The first reverse unit introduced, Voin Saber Dragon Reverse. If they want a non-reversed unit, well, we could evolve Dragonic Ascendant, Gauntlet Buster, or a new Eradicator that we got, Tempest Bolt Dragon. Not much on supporting units. As usual, most already have been remade. And now we go to Stargate with Nova Grappler. This one's pretty easy. There's Ethics Buster Reverse if they go for a reversed unit for the set, or Ethics Buster Extreme. Supporting units will be the same regardless, like Blank Marsh, Golden Antlet, Hatred Chaos, Brainy Paleo, Max Beat, or Desert Gazer. And then for Dimensional Police, reversed unit has to be Reverse Daiusha. If they want to choose a non-reversed unit, well, we could go Great Dai Kaiser, but that was kind of introduced at the end of Link Joker era and kind of beginning of Legion era, but that's really the only other good option. And then for supporting units, it would be for both units either way, because Dimensional Robo, we got Dai Heart, and also Dai Driller. And if they go the Dai Kaiser route, well, we got Shadow Kaiser, because combining Shadow Kaiser with Dai Kaiser makes Great Dai Kaiser. But in that, most Dimensional Robos have been remade. And now we go to Link Joker. This is a weird one because in lore-wise, Link Joker was responsible for creating the reverse phenomenon. Yes, we do have a reversed unit in Reverse Cradle, but I really doubt that's going to be remade anytime soon. Probably for the next set, once all reverse units are out, because Glendios can be a thing. But for this set, I don't think we will see a reverse Link Joker unit. So instead, I see Nebula Lord as Starvader Invasion, and a supporting unit, we could choose Mobius Breath, Radon, and Neon. But overall, Link Joker is a weird one. And then we go to Dark Zone. First, we have Spike Brothers. The only Spike Brother unit I could think of that they would make a reversed unit for is Dudley Emperor. We have a Dudley archetype, and that's probably the most famous Spike Brother unit that you could think of. Yes, there are other Spike Brother boss units before Link Joker era and all that, but most people don't really think of those. And then for Dark Irregulars, well, we got revealed of Almon, which I thought there was some art issues with that one. But it makes sense because I think the next set for Dark Irregulars will be Almon Reverse. And the archetype will probably be with the Almon followers like Helldraw, Romjingning, Hell's Dio, and Ginin. And then for Pale Moon, we got Lugia Reverse. Most of our support cards, that being Silver Thorns, have already been remade, but we still got a few like Marchita and Anna. Other than that, there's not much left for Silver Thorns. And then we go to Gear Chronicle, which is going to be a weird one because in lore-wise, Gear Chronicle existed during the Link Joker invasion, but Gear Chronicles wasn't actually introduced until the beginning of the G era. And Bushy already said that we're getting a reversed unit for every clan. Now in lore-wise, we can go with a What If Chrono Jet Dragon Reverse. We also got Bind Time Dragon. But in that, we might have to go with a newer unit like Lost Legend, and we could even make a Stride Fusion out of him, as Lost Legend did not get a Stride Fusion out of the 3 Gear Chronicle archetypes in V. So they could always give a Stride Fusion for Lost Legend, or they could just give it a reverse unit for that one. Another option is completely make a new unit for Gear Chronicle. But in that, Gear Chronicle is a really weird one. Now to Mechanica. For Bermuda, for possible reversed units, I would say Riviere, Pacifica, or Labrador for Prisms. And then they could reverse it on the next set if they want to. But for Bermuda, it could literally be anything. And for Grand Blue, we got Cotitus Reverse. If they want to make a new Grand Blue unit, it could be Night Mist. Supporting unit, Corrupt Dragon. Not much for Grand Blue. For Aquaforce, we got Maelstrom Reverse already introduced. Supporting units could be Hermes, Spyros, and Gregorios, and make this into a blue storm archetype. And finally to Zoo. We start off with Mega Colony, where Mega Colony was one of those decks that did not get much cards. But if I were to choose one to reverse, it would be either Hercules or Psycho Moth. Or they could just surprise us with a Giraffe reverse, so they could get more support for that archetype. And then for Great Nature. If they go for a non-reversed unit, it will be Polaris. But if it is a reverse unit, well, we already got Leopold Reverse. I just wonder how his skill going to be because the reintroduced Leopold plays with Lottery, so I assume that Leopold Reverse will probably be a corrupted Lottery. And then for Neo Nectar, it is weird that they decided to reverse Cecilia when Neonectar already had a reversed unit in the form of Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse. I mean, they could reintroduce Maiden of Venus Trap in this set and then make the reverse unit for the next set, even though Maiden of Venus Trap did not have a base form when it was first introduced, but it would have been nice if they kept with the original remake theme. But hey, Cecilia with Musketeers, why not? That kind of gives clues that we could get another type of what-if reverse units. I just find it kind of weird that they kind of did that, but whatever. So that's it for this booster set prediction. This is the year of the reverse. So go ahead and tell me down below what reversed units you would like to see. Whether it's a remake or a what-if scenario if this happens. And also, do you guys think Glendios is going to make a return? Considering that they're going to make reversed units for all 24 clans, split in 2 waves, do you guys think that Glendios is going to return in the next wave? Or they're just going to put it in this wave for some reason? Part of me actually kind of hopes so, because I kind of like Glendios. Now would it be with instant win? But with a difficult condition? We'll just have to see. But overall, I'm just so excited to see reversed units again. They definitely support some of our classic archetypes. In my case, it'll be Overlord if they make Overlord the rebirth in this set, and definitely Maelstrom Reverse. And for Raging Fall Dragon, I am actually quite excited to see that, as we just got Raging Form Dragon in the last set, and they kind of just reintroduced Revengers as an archetype. As before, when Mordred was reintroduced, Revengers was technically an archetype, but everything just relates to Blaster Dark, so it didn't really feel like everything relates to one archetype, but Raging Form makes it as a deck. So I do wonder how this is going to go. But in that's it for this, and see you all next time.